It's no secret that the modern world feels chaotic. Everything moves faster. Anxiety spikes higher. Distraction is everywhere. We live in a constant state of noise, notifications, breaking news, viral scandals. Our attention is fractured, scattered, overwhelmed. We feel endlessly busy, yet strangely empty. And somewhere beneath the surface of this chaos, something crucial is missing: meaning. But what does meaning even look like in a world of instant gratification and endless entertainment? Carl Jung saw this coming almost a century ago. He warned us clearly: the absence of meaning creates chaos. We feel this truth deeply today, because meaning isn't a luxury, it's essential for psychological survival. When life loses its meaning, we become vulnerable. We chase pleasure, status, or distraction to fill the emptiness. We numb ourselves with dopamine hits from screens, substances, shallow relationships. But Jung understood something profound. Meaning is not found outside, not in success, not in validation, not in comfort. True meaning is discovered within, in the depths of the unconscious, in the symbols and stories that guide our souls, in the deep inner journey toward becoming fully ourselves. He called this journey individuation, the process of becoming whole, integrating all aspects of yourself. Your conscious and unconscious, your light and dark, your known and unknown. Jung believed that the modern crisis of meaning wasn't merely social, political, or economic. It was fundamentally spiritual and psychological. We are starving not for more content, but for deeper context, for stories that give our lives purpose, clarity, direction. In the ancient past, myths provided this meaning. Religion anchored people in a larger story. Rituals connected individuals to their communities, ancestors, and nature itself. But today, we've dismissed myth as superstition, ritual as outdated, religion as irrelevant. We've traded depth for speed. We've replaced meaning with marketing. And in doing so, we've lost touch with our souls. Yet Jung saw clearly that without myth, without symbols, without a relationship to the unconscious, life becomes superficial, nothing more than a random sequence of events devoid of purpose. And the consequence? We become fragmented. We live in anxiety. We are lost. But there is an answer. There is a path out of this modern chaos. It doesn't require retreating from society, abandoning technology, or rejecting progress. It requires something simpler and far more challenging. It requires us to look inward. Jung offered not a quick fix, but a profound psychological solution. He proposed that the chaos of the modern world is, at its root, a reflection of our inner chaos, the chaos of a psyche disconnected from its deepest truths. The external turmoil we see on the news, the division, confusion, and conflict, is merely a projection of our own internal turmoil. Until we heal that inner division, we will see it mirrored endlessly in the world around us. This isn't philosophy, it's psychology. It's real, measurable, and actionable. The more fragmented you are internally, the more chaotic your external world will feel. But as you begin to heal, integrate, and connect with your own unconscious, the external world transforms profoundly. Not because the world itself changes, but because you do. Your perception changes. Your choices change. Your reactions change. Suddenly, the chaos becomes navigable. Meaning becomes accessible. Purpose emerges naturally. But how do we start this journey of inner transformation? First, Jung would tell us to recognize the nature of the chaos we experience today. This chaos isn't accidental, it's symptomatic. It reveals a profound psychic imbalance between the conscious mind, which we control, and the unconscious mind, which controls us without our knowledge. Jung once famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." This quote isn't just poetic, it's deeply practical. Every conflict you repeat, every anxiety you feel, every pattern you're trapped in, is rooted in unconscious content you haven't yet faced. And that unconscious content doesn't just vanish, it projects outward, shaping your relationships, decisions, emotions, and sense of purpose. This is why your life may feel chaotic, confusing, or meaningless. Not because there's something fundamentally wrong with you, but because you haven't yet integrated the unconscious material driving you from below the surface. Modern culture has taught us to ignore these depths. It tells us that success is external, that happiness is measurable, that meaning is negotiable. But Jung knew otherwise. He knew that the answers we seek, The meaning, purpose, and clarity are waiting patiently in the realm we fear most. The unconscious. This is where your true story lives. Not the superficial narratives we perform online, not the roles we adopt for approval, but the deeper, archetypal story embedded in your psyche. And to access it, you must first recognize the symbolic language of your own unconscious, your dreams, intuitions, synchronicities, projections. These symbols aren't random. They are direct communications from your unconscious, guiding you toward integration, healing, and meaning. So, as we dive deeper into Jung's wisdom in this exploration, consider this question carefully. Where in your life do you feel chaos? Where do you feel lost, fragmented, or disconnected? And are you ready to discover the deeper meaning beneath it? Because the modern chaos you're experiencing isn't meaningless, it's symbolic. It's calling you inward, guiding you toward profound self-discovery, transformation, and integration. The chaos isn't your enemy, it's your initiation. And the meaning you seek, it isn't out there. It's already within you, waiting to be remembered. To truly grasp Jung's insight into modern chaos, we must first understand something deeply fundamental: the nature of meaning itself. We live in a world that relentlessly pushes us toward distraction. Our news feeds are filled with endless streams of information, but hardly any wisdom. Our minds are bombarded with competing messages about success, happiness, and fulfillment, but very few offer true meaning. Jung would point out a crucial distinction here. Pleasure is not meaning. Comfort is not meaning. Even happiness, in its superficial form, is not meaning. Meaning is something deeper, richer, more enduring. It's what sustains you during periods of suffering. It's what gives you strength to overcome obstacles. It's what makes life feel worth living, even when everything seems to go wrong. And this kind of meaning isn't found by chasing happiness. It's found by pursuing truth. But what truth? Not the truth imposed by society. Not the truth packaged neatly in self-help books or viral quotes, but the truth hidden within your own psyche. Jung understood that meaning arises naturally when you align your conscious mind with your unconscious reality. When you honor the deeper, symbolic dimensions of your life. When you stop running from your shadows, your fears, your unresolved pain, and instead, you courageously confront and integrate them. In other words, meaning isn't something you create. It's something you discover by excavating the depths of your own unconscious. But why does modern life seem so resistant to this kind of inner exploration? Because the modern world fears depth. It fears introspection. It fears slowing down enough to truly listen to the unconscious. We live in a culture that rewards speed, productivity, constant movement. We believe that stillness equals stagnation. That silence is a waste of time. That solitude is loneliness. But Jung saw clearly. Without solitude, we lose ourselves. Without silence, we become deaf to the voice of our unconscious. Without stillness, we forget how to feel the subtle nudges of intuition, synchronicity, and symbolic insight that give life its deepest meaning. Our modern chaos isn't simply a lack of organization. It's a reflection of our psychic disconnection. Our inner worlds have become chaotic because we've lost the ability to engage with the unconscious meaningfully. This is why Jung placed such powerful emphasis on dreams. Your dreams are direct portals into your unconscious reality. They speak in symbols, the native language of the unconscious mind. But how many of us dismiss our dreams as nonsense or random mental noise? Yet Jung revealed that dreams aren't random, they're profoundly symbolic. They're your unconscious communicating with you, guiding you, providing insights, warnings, and messages you can't yet perceive consciously. Dreams show you exactly where you're blocked, exactly what fears you must face, exactly what desires you've suppressed, exactly what truths you must confront. The same goes for synchronicities, those strange, meaningful coincidences that Jung studied intensively. When synchronicities appear, Jung believed they were signs that your inner psychic reality and outer physical reality were aligning. Have you ever had a coincidence so meaningful that it felt uncanny, like a direct message from the universe? Maybe you thought of someone you hadn't seen in years, and then suddenly bumped into them. Maybe a symbol repeatedly appeared during an important decision. These synchronicities aren't accidents, they're direct manifestations of the unconscious mind. They show that your unconscious is communicating clearly, guiding your choices, nudging you toward deeper meaning. But to benefit from dreams and synchronicities, you must first value them. You must slow down enough to notice them. You must learn their symbolic language. This is why Jung advocated journaling, reflection, active imagination, and meditation. Not simply as wellness practices, but as profound spiritual tools, ways to build bridges between your conscious mind and your unconscious depths. Consider for a moment your daily life. How often do you pause to reflect on your dreams? How often do you journal honestly about your emotional experiences, your triggers, your fears? How often do you allow silence, solitude, and stillness? If you're like most modern people, the answer is rarely or never. And the cost of this neglect is profound. The unconscious, when ignored, creates chaos. Anxiety becomes chronic. Depression feels overwhelming. Relationships become superficial or conflicted. Life feels meaningless, repetitive, or painfully shallow. But when you consciously engage your unconscious, something remarkable happens. Your inner chaos begins to dissolve into clarity. Your anxieties start to make sense, revealing deeper truths about what you need, what you fear, and where you're blocked. Your relationships deepen because you stop projecting your unresolved wounds onto others and instead begin healing them. Your entire life becomes infused with symbolic meaning. Suddenly, struggles aren't meaningless, they're initiations. Conflicts aren't pointless, they're invitations to deeper understanding. Dreams aren't nonsense, they're profound guidance. Jung believed that modern chaos is an unconscious call for individuation, a call to reclaim our deeper meaning. But this journey isn't easy. It requires you to become radically honest about your life. It demands that you stop blaming external circumstances for your inner turmoil and instead turn your gaze inward, toward your own shadows, your own unconscious fears, your own hidden patterns. Jung wrote, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. Yet facing your soul, your unconscious, is exactly what's required to find meaning amid chaos." This inner work doesn't make chaos vanish, but it makes chaos manageable. It gives chaos meaning. It allows you to navigate uncertainty with clarity, strength, and purpose. When you're rooted in the symbolic language of your unconscious, life stops feeling random or meaningless. Everything becomes a teacher. Every experience becomes an archetypal lesson. Every challenge becomes a symbolic initiation toward deeper self-awareness, integration, and individuation. But first, you must begin consciously engaging your unconscious through dreams, reflections, synchronicities, and honest self-exploration. Your unconscious waits patiently beneath the chaos, holding the keys to your deepest meaning, purpose, and clarity. But you must first choose to listen. And when you do, you'll discover that modern chaos isn't something to fear or escape. It's a profound invitation to find meaning now. Your chaos is your unconscious calling you home. The only question now is, are you ready to answer? At this point, we've understood that modern chaos is a symptom of something far deeper, our collective and individual disconnection from meaning. We've realized that beneath our busy schedules, constant distractions, and chronic anxieties lies a profound call from the unconscious. But now, let's go even further. Let's explore the practical steps Jung provided to actively confront chaos, reconnect to meaning, and transform your inner and outer life. Because Jung didn't just diagnose the modern problem, he gave us clear instructions on how to solve it. To Jung, the solution wasn't complicated. It was challenging, yes, but remarkably simple at its core. You must re-establish a conscious relationship with your unconscious. This means learning the symbolic language of your psyche, your dreams, intuitions, synchronicities, and emotional triggers. It means viewing your inner chaos not as random noise, but as meaningful messages from your unconscious, guiding you toward deeper integration and healing. But how exactly do you do this practically in a chaotic modern life? First, Jung recommended the regular practice of dream journaling. Dreams aren't random neurological events. They're deeply symbolic communications from your unconscious mind. They reveal hidden fears, suppressed emotions, unacknowledged desires, and powerful archetypal energies guiding your daily life. By keeping a journal beside your bed, you consciously acknowledge your dreams as valuable guidance. Every morning, write down what you remember, even small fragments. Reflect on recurring symbols or themes. Ask yourself, what unconscious message is my psyche trying to communicate? What is my unconscious revealing that my conscious mind doesn't yet see? Over time, your dreams become a powerful, practical source of psychological insight, emotional clarity, and symbolic guidance. Instead of feeling chaotic, random, or meaningless, your life begins to feel deeply symbolic, archetypal, and guided clearly from within. Next, Jung introduced the practice of active imagination, a powerful, practical method for engaging directly with your unconscious. Active imagination involves consciously entering a meditative or creative state and directly interacting with inner symbols, archetypes, or unconscious energies. You might visualize confronting your shadow self, dialoguing with your inner hero, or exploring unresolved emotions symbolically. Through active imagination, you build a direct bridge between your conscious and unconscious minds. Unresolved emotional conflicts, repetitive negative patterns, chronic anxieties, all become consciously accessible, symbolically clear, and transformable. You stop feeling victimized by your own emotional reactions or unconscious patterns. You become the conscious author of your inner symbolic story, transforming inner chaos into clarity, insight, and meaning. Then, Jung emphasized consciously exploring your emotional triggers and projections. Have you noticed how certain people, events, or situations trigger strong emotional reactions you can't fully explain rationally? Perhaps certain behaviors irritate you deeply, or certain personalities cause immediate aversion or attraction. These reactions aren't random, they're deeply symbolic. They reveal unconscious projections, qualities within yourself you've unconsciously denied, suppressed, or rejected and projected onto others. By consciously reflecting on your emotional triggers symbolically, asking, what unconscious quality am I projecting onto this person? Or, what unresolved issue within myself is causing this strong reaction? You gain profound psychological clarity and emotional maturity. You stop feeling emotionally victimized or overwhelmed. You reclaim conscious responsibility for your inner experience. Your relationships deepen profoundly, becoming conscious mirrors reflecting your hidden truths clearly. This conscious inner reflection transforms external chaos profoundly into symbolic clarity, emotional balance, and psychological harmony. Jung also recommended consciously reflecting on daily synchronicities. Synchronicities, meaningful coincidences linking inner emotional or psychological states with external symbolic events, aren't random or accidental. They're direct manifestations of your unconscious guidance system, clearly signaling when you're aligning with your deeper truths or inner purpose. When synchronicities occur, pause consciously. Reflect symbolically on their meanings. Ask yourself, what deeper truth is this synchronicity revealing? What unconscious guidance is my psyche communicating right now? By consciously engaging synchronicities, your daily life becomes profoundly symbolic and meaningful. You stop feeling confused, disconnected, or chaotic. You feel clearly guided by your unconscious wisdom, deeply aligned with your inner purpose and authentic self. Finally, Jung strongly encouraged consciously exploring your inner archetypes, the universal symbolic forces shaping your personality, relationships, and life path. Archetypes, the hero, the shadow, the anima and animus, the sage, the magician, aren't merely mythic ideas. They're powerful unconscious forces directly influencing your daily emotions, choices, relationships, and perceptions. When an archetype remains unconscious or suppressed, it manifests chaotically, through emotional imbalance, conflicted relationships, chronic anxieties, or repetitive life struggles. But when you consciously explore your archetypes symbolically, asking, which archetype is influencing this situation, or what unconscious archetypal pattern am I acting out right now, you reclaim profound psychological clarity and emotional maturity. You stop feeling unconsciously controlled by hidden psychic forces. You consciously align your archetypal energies clearly, creating profound psychological harmony, emotional resilience, and meaningful alignment with your deeper truths. These practical Jungian techniques, dream journaling, active imagination, exploring emotional projections, reflecting on synchronicities, and consciously engaging archetypes, aren't theoretical. They're profoundly practical, transformative tools for navigating modern chaos clearly, consciously, and meaningfully. But practically applying these methods daily requires something modern society deeply resists: slowing down. Modern chaos thrives on constant distraction, speed, superficial engagement. But meaning thrives in stillness, reflection, conscious introspection. Jung repeatedly emphasized the profound psychological and spiritual importance of silence, solitude, and regular introspection. Without regular pauses, your unconscious messages remain unheard, your symbolic guidance unacknowledged, your inner chaos unresolved. Practically, how can you create daily spaces of silence, solitude, and reflection within your modern chaotic life? Perhaps short morning meditation, regular dream journaling, evening reflection walks, or conscious journaling time. These daily pauses aren't merely self-care rituals. They're profound symbolic acts of psychological alignment, consciously reconnecting your conscious mind with your unconscious wisdom. They're the practical, daily antidote to modern chaos, actively restoring meaning, clarity, emotional balance, and psychological harmony daily. When you consciously engage your unconscious clearly, through dreams, reflections, projections, synchronicities, and archetypes, your life transforms profoundly from chaotic confusion into symbolic clarity. Your anxieties become understandable. Your emotional triggers become transformable. Your relationships deepen profoundly. Your purpose emerges clearly. You discover profound meaning, not externally, but deep within your unconscious. You reclaim inner clarity, psychological harmony, emotional resilience, and profound spiritual fulfillment clearly, practically daily. The modern chaos isn't your enemy. It's your unconscious clearly calling you toward deeper symbolic meaning, inner clarity, and profound psychological integration. But first, you must consciously answer this call practically daily. Are you ready to answer? We've journeyed through Carl Jung's profound understanding of modern chaos, from recognizing our disconnection to the practical tools he offered for reclaiming meaning. But now, we arrive at the most important question of all. How do you practically embody these teachings every day? Jung's wisdom isn't meant to remain theoretical or confined to philosophical debates. It must be woven into the fabric of your daily life. This final step is about action, practicality, and grounded transformation. Because here's the truth. The chaos of modern life isn't likely to disappear anytime soon. The noise, distractions, and anxieties that dominate our era will persist. Jung knew this, yet he also knew something more powerful. You don't have to escape chaos. You simply have to shift your relationship with it. This shift happens through daily practices, rituals and reflections that anchor you to deeper meaning, clarity, and psychological health, no matter what's happening in the world. Step 1. Make space for daily stillness. Jung stressed repeatedly that your unconscious can't speak to you amidst constant noise. Practicing daily stillness, even if just for a few moments, is critical. Spend 10 minutes each morning in silence, breathing and reflecting on your inner state. Turn off distractions and tune into your body and mind consciously, asking yourself, what do I feel right now? What messages might my unconscious be sending? This simple ritual opens a direct line of communication between your conscious and unconscious minds. Step 2. Regular dream reflection. Dreams aren't accidental, they're symbolic communications. Keep a journal by your bed. Upon waking, record whatever fragments or images you remember. Regularly reflect on these symbols. What does this dream say about my current emotional state or unresolved issues? Dream reflection transforms confusion into insight, offering profound guidance amid daily chaos. Step 3. Engage in conscious shadow work. Your emotional reactions and triggers point directly to unconscious wounds and shadow aspects needing integration. When triggered emotionally, pause. Ask yourself, what aspect of myself am I seeing mirrored here? Consciously owning these projections transforms chaotic relationships into opportunities for growth. Step 4. Honor synchronicities daily. Synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, occur when your internal world aligns with external events, offering direct symbolic guidance. Keep a record of synchronicities you experience. Reflect weekly on their meanings. Trust that these symbolic moments indicate you're aligned with your deeper purpose, bringing clarity amidst confusion. Step 5. Live archetypally. The hero, the caregiver, the rebel, the sage. These aren't just myths, they're active psychological forces within you. Regularly ask, which archetype is guiding me today? Is it balanced, or am I overly identified with a single role? Balancing these archetypes consciously keeps your inner world harmonious and meaningful, stabilizing your emotional life. Through these practical daily actions, stillness, dream reflection, shadow integration, synchronicity recognition, and archetypal awareness, you transform chaos into profound meaning. Your external world may still be fast-paced, unpredictable, or chaotic, but internally, you are steady, clear, and aligned. Your actions are no longer reactions. Your choices are no longer unconscious habits. Instead, they're grounded decisions rooted deeply in self-awareness and symbolic clarity. Jung understood something crucial. The purpose of your life isn't to avoid chaos, it's to find meaning within it. By doing the inner work, your sense of purpose shifts from external validation to internal alignment. You no longer depend on circumstances to feel fulfilled. You derive meaning directly from your conscious relationship with your inner world. This daily psychological work transforms not only your inner life, but also your relationships and community. When you live consciously, your clarity influences those around you. You become a calm center in the storm, a steady presence offering grounded insights and profound meaning. And this is Jung's ultimate vision, not that chaos disappears, but that you become the conscious bridge between chaos and order, confusion and clarity, unconsciousness and awareness. The world today desperately needs individuals who have done this work, individuals who can remain calm amid uncertainty, compassionate in division, and wise amid confusion. You can be one of them. Because ultimately, Jung's greatest insight is simple yet profound. Meaning is not found. Meaning is made. Every day, in small moments and quiet reflections. In how you react, choose, and respond. In your daily rituals and symbolic insights. This is your responsibility and your profound opportunity. Modern chaos doesn't have to drown you. It can deepen you. It can awaken you. It can guide you back to your true self. And the best part, this meaningful life, rooted in clarity and self-awareness, is available to you right now, if you choose it. So, are you ready to transform chaos into clarity, distraction into meaning, anxiety into insight? The journey has always been waiting within you, clearly marked by your unconscious, patiently guiding you home. All that's left is to take that first conscious step today. Subscribe to the Awakened Compass and join our membership to unlock the full journey within.